Hey everyone, welcome to Kevin and Alma again today. So excited to be here. How are you doing, Alma?
I'm great, Kevin. Thank you. And
Awesome.
yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. And today I wanted to talk with you about why, as human beings, in every generation, age, and persuasion of professionalism, etc., do we have all this knowledge, yet still don't implement what we need to do with that knowledge? Why do you
Mm.
think that is?
Isn't it crazy? We're bombarded with so much information and knowledge at the moment at our fingertips. When I was a child, I literally had to go sit in a library. Some local libraries, the information wasn't even relevant. We have to go downtown, and it was only reference only books. Now,
Yeah.
everybody's got more than all the world's best books on their phones. And so that means we get the recipes or strategies or tools or information and still don't do it. And why is that? I think as a coach, the obvious thing that I'm learning and experiencing from my clients is that it's really hard, Kevin, to make a change and do things on your own. It's
Hmm.
really, really tough. Um, Personally, I'm inspired and motivated by being next to somebody, being part of a competition, being part of a challenge, being part of belonging to a community. We spoke
Hmm.
about this before,
Yeah.
with people who are also hungry, and then it becomes fun, it becomes playful, and I like to be inspired and motivated by other people's hunger as well. That also drives me to exceed what would be comfortable for myself. You know, for example, in a gym setting, I'm way more inspired and motivated in group classes as opposed to me going to the gym to lift weights by
Hmm.
myself. In a group class, when you're tired, what do? You keep going because the group is going. The
Yeah.
instructor is there. There's a class of 30 other people who are really going for it. And you kind of don't give yourself the excuse that, oh, am I tired? Is my back hurting?
Hmm.
Is my waist hurting? You just get it done. So the thing that the key thing that makes the difference for myself and for people that I coach is the accountability.
Yeah.
Somebody holding you accountable and not letting you off the hook. That really makes a difference.
Okay.
How about you?
But just to play the devil's advocate,
Mhm.
if you are, that type of person that needs that, but there's always going to be a point in your life at some like either personal or business that you're going to be on your own and you're going to have to make it on your own in order to maybe get to the point where you have yourself surrounded by people that can encourage you, that you want to be around and stuff like that. But so what if you have all this knowledge and you really don't have like a supportive circle around you and things like that, and you know you can do it, why do you not do it? Like, why do you think, what stops you? Like, I know for me, like, if I think about situations where even just, around the house, like, I have the knowledge, I have this construction ability to finish things and do things, and I just don't do it. Could be because I'm lazy, but it could be just because I don't know. I think sometimes when I look at it, I think like, if I do this, like, who's actually going to say, "Oh my God, Kevin, what a great job," right?
Mm.
So, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know, but you know, in reference to what you were saying about being around people, I agree. Like, I think that's an incredible inspiration for people that want to implement things that they, and bounce things off of and talk about and things like that. But in reality, we don't always have that. Like, I know for me, I work alone quite often in, my own office setting and things like that. I have my clients and things like that that we talk to all the time, but a lot of times I'm by myself, and it's when I'm by myself that I actually have to delve into the knowledge that I have to, develop a new course or develop a new program, which is a motivating thing for me. Like, it's not like I would do that because I know what the outcome is. But if I didn't, if I was just starting out and I didn't have that kind of experience already, and I had all that knowledge, but I still wasn't doing it, what would, like, why is that? Like, that's just human nature that people don't implement and do and utilize the knowledge that they have. Like, they just don't do it. And you know they can do it. It's it's like you have a group of sales reps, they all have the same information. One or two sales reps are doing amazing work, and then
Yeah.
three of them are not producing the results that you thought they would do. And sometimes you think the person that's not doing it is the one that you thought for sure would be the best, and
Mhm.
they're not. And so what stops people from doing that? What do you think it is? What do you think stops people from doing that?
I think having the information is one thing, Kevin, but really the drivers are what's really motivating you, or what's really inspiring you to
Mm-hmm.
try and achieve an outcome that you want. I gave you the scenario of sports, which in that setting you can be motivated or
Yeah,
inspired with a group of people. But then there are certain circumstances that we find ourselves alone. For example, as a solopreneur, I'm on my own on this journey.
yeah,
So I have to have a burning desire. Napoleon Hill calls it a burning desire to be successful in this thing that I'm doing called coaching.
yeah.
I want to be one of the UK's most popular life coaches because I'm really inspired by serving people in a big way, on a bigger scale, and making an
Yeah.
impact. So I think it's really about having that burning desire. And maybe that desire is not that big. Somebody knows they want to leave their corporate job or they want to start a passion project or something, but it's like a nice to have and not a must have. The minute
Mm-hmm.
you make the shift from it's not nice to have, this is a necessity. I don't want to live to the end of my life and not see me actualized to my highest, truest, strongest, most
Mm-hmm.
potential. So this is a burning desire for me. And I think also it's about being able to take the small steps and finding value in the small steps. Very often people know the information, the gap, and doing, and they don't do because it's like, oh, what's the point? If I can't run 5K, is it worth going out to run half a mile? Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
There is something
Mm-hmm.
called the compound effect. And if we can get satisfied with doing little and often over time, you're making progress. And if you can celebrate the fact that if, to run 5K, you're going to have to
Mm-hmm.
run half a mile first. So it's about celebrating the small wins and setting the goal so small that there's no reason you won't do it. Right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
reason I won't. If I have big ambitions to run the marathon, and I say to myself, okay, just walk around the block. I mean, there's no reason
Yeah.
I won't be able to walk around the block if my goal is if I set my sight on my goal. So, Kevin, I would say having a burning desire, so a really clear why, get clarity on why you want to do
Yeah.
something, um, and then break it down into little, tiny, but consistent action. Now, for
Mm-hmm.
me, consistency is not even enough. Daily action. If that desire is big enough and you really want
Yeah.
it, do something about it every day, even if it's just 2-3 minutes spent on it. Just 2-3 minutes ahead, right? And then,
Yeah.
over time, it'll add up to something. And then along the way, celebrate. Look back and think, oh my God, I did
Mm-hmm.
something this week or today or whatever it is. Celebrate the steps that you've taken so you can be inspired, motivated, and self-driven to achieve the outcome. Yeah, but
I agree. I think, no, go ahead. Sorry.
it's not it's not difficult. It's just a different way of doing it, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
different way of doing it by chunking down and taking very small but daily and consistent action.
Yeah. I think what you touch on when you talk about passion.
Mm.
So I think actually, we had been talking about it before, and for me, I think that's actually the key is the passion that you feel for. So you could have, so for example, I just gave you that example about, having construction knowledge to finish something, but I worked in construction for a number of years, and honestly, I don't like it. And I think that might have something to do with the fact that I'm not like I have all the knowledge I need to do a new bathroom or tile or whatever, but I actually hate doing it now. Like I don't want to do it, right? So I think
Yeah.
that's a big impact, right? But when you think about in other terms, like if you are somebody who's grown up and their parents have decided what you're going to do, which is quite common. So because you grew up as a kid and you love animals, your parents are like, oh, Kevin loves animals, he should be a veterinarian, like you should go to university, be a veterinarian. Then you end up following that because that's what you're supposed to do, and then either halfway through your degree or after you realize I like animals, but I
It's
don't
not
really
for
want
me.
to cut them open and do all this stuff with them, right? So I just like them because they're cuddly. So
Yeah.
you're not passionate about it, so you probably wouldn't pursue it, right? So
Mm,
I think a big key to being successful, which I'm sure everybody has heard once or twice in their lifetime, is that you are more successful doing something that you're passionate about
mm.
than something you're not passionate about. And I think passion is a big driving factor in utilizing the knowledge that you have to accomplish something in that area, right? Do you think that's a fair enough assumption?
Oh, totally. So passion is a driver, but even on the back of passion is um, how that, if you get that outcome, how it's going to make you feel, right?
Hmm.
People, most of us are motivated by pain or pleasure. Am I moving
Yeah.
away from pain and going towards pleasure? So, for example, when I heard you talk about construction recently, I put an office and then more bedrooms. Basically, we did a loft conversion.
Hmm.
Kevin, I had all the information for years, all the leaflets of all the pieces and tiles and um, service providers that can make the conversion. But did I do it?
Yeah.
No, I sat on it for ages because I was procrastinating about the dust, the noise, what's it going to be like, to the point that my family and I outgrew our levels of and space in the house, and we had to. My kids were growing and older. They needed
Yeah.
to be separated. They needed their own room. I needed an office and all of that. So when we started the project, I hated every single part of it because it was exactly that. It was during COVID. So we thought it'd be a good
Yeah.
time to do it because we're locked at home anyway. Why not have work coming in? But it was horrible. I was homeschooling, I was doing so
Yeah.
many things. It wasn't great. But what kept me going, what kept me taking the action was picturing the results
So,
afterwards. Oh
yeah.
my God, I'm going to have my own space, my own dedicated office.
Hmm.
My kids are going to get extra space. As
Yeah.
a family, we're going to have more communal areas. So it really helps to have a vision of the end results so that you can go through the
Yes.
discomfort, so that you can go
Yeah.
through the pain of what it's going to take for you. And I think having the information and not doing also comes down to some people are not willing to go through the pain to get to heaven. To go
Hmm.
to heaven,
Hmm. Yeah,
you
for
have to
sure,
you
right?
have to die first, and nobody wants to die, right? So
Yeah.
it is
Yeah, that's very
being
true.
willing to experience temporary suffering for gratification, and
Yeah.
gratification that's instant is, it's not as rewarding as delayed
Yeah.
gratification, working towards something, building towards something. Yeah, so I would say don't stay stuck. Picture what would life be like a year from now when I do have this office, or when I've
Hmm.
left a job that I hate, or when I'm not surrounded by these people anymore. Have a vision and hold that vision in your heart of the next step when you've gone through the valley to get to the other side. Yeah, I think that's really
So,
important.
we're talking about passion, vision, and implementation, right?
Yes,
Those three things.
yes.
So that's it. So we have solved the world problem. Amazing. Let's
Yay.
go share the news. No, but it does make sense, right? Like, you have to be involved in something that you're passionate about,
You have
and
to.
then you have to have the vision to what that end result's going to be. And
Yes.
then, you have to implement it, and you have to go through knowing, that journey to the vision that you want is going to have some pain and suffering in there.
Mm.
And you have to face that. So how do you get people to actually look at their situation and realize that's what they have to do? What do you do?
I present the choice to them. So in coaching, we do something called a part conflict, and you
Hmm.
paint a scenario of imagine a year from now, you're still in your same situation. Say, for example, you haven't
Right.
moved house, you haven't moved career, whatever it is that they're wanting to
Hmm.
achieve. And then a year
Yeah.
from now, you follow the steps and you close the gap from where you are now to where you want to be
Yeah.
in a space where you took action and you're on the other side of victory, celebration, reward, whatever it is that you want. So it's about strategically visioning the future in the current state where you're unhappy, dissatisfied, not growing, whatever the
Hmm.
issue is. And then a vision of a year from now, what does life look like when you're in that space, in
Yeah.
that growth or that new version of yourself? And most people if we can hold the vision long enough, we can go through the pain to make the change. But the trouble is sometimes we can't even envision with clarity what it is, defining it
Yeah.
clearly, what it is that that outcome will feel like. So it's also like affirmations and prayer. Can you believe in faith?
Hmm.
Basically, that's what faith is, right? Can you
Right.
believe in something you can't see yet? Right? Can you believe in something you
Yes.
can't see yet, but and hold it until it's a reality? Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course
Exactly.
that comes with practice, that comes with rituals and
Yeah.
things that we do to be able to manifest it and turn it into reality. Yeah.
That's great. It is interesting though. Like when you look at your clients, when you look at just people in general, and you look at friends that you know, everybody struggles with that at some point in their life. Like, maybe not on every single issue that they have, but there you do always find someone with something that they're not implementing or doing that they know. And the thing is, they mention it to you and they talk to you about it. Like, oh, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Right. And then why aren't you doing that? What's stopping you from doing that? And I don't think people actually take the time all the time to break it down like that. Like, why am I not doing that? What is stopping me from doing this when I want the end result so badly? What am I missing to go from step one to Z, right?
Mm.
So it's
And
important.
that's why asking questions is really important.
Yes.
Just the question,
Yeah.
why am I not doing this, will reveal a lot of things, right?
Yeah, you have to make yourself think
Is it a
about it, right?
limiting belief? Am I afraid of something? What's causing
Yeah.
the roadblock? What's the challenge? What's the struggle? Why am I
Hmm.
stuck?
Yeah.
The devil is in the detail, right? So if we ask the right
Yeah.
questions, we'll also get the right answers, and the answer will help you to get to the next stage or the
Hmm.
next level, or at least you learn something about yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes we want something also. We've got the information, we know that we think we want it, but really when you ask the right questions, actually I'm
Hmm.
not doing it because I don't give a damn about that thing. Why did I
Yeah.
think I want a house in the south of France or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah. I remember doing
Although that would be lovely.
I remember when I went through some coaching myself, and one of the assignments was like they would ask you a question and then why, right? And then almost like you were dealing with a child. So why? And then you would answer that, and then they why, and then answer that, and then why. It's just like what is wrong with you? Like you keep asking me why. But when you go back
Five
and look
layers
at
deep.
yes,
Yes.
right, and it just goes down, 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 and you really chunk down to find the core issue, which I don't think I think people quite often will ask themselves a question, but I don't think they drill far enough down to figure it out, right? And
Well,
there's go ahead.
yeah, the first answer that comes up is surface answer.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's still around the
like
nice to
the
have. But the
exactly
deeper
right.
you go in the wide, the way you demonstrated,
Yeah,
the way you get to the
yeah,
core, you know, like how is this
that's the
serving
key.
my highest good? Yes.
Yeah,
You get to the core. Yeah.
that's the key.
Okay,
I
Kevin,
think.
can we have a little bit of fun today? I'd like to bring
Well,
on the
I think so.
find your bling game. Are you good with that?
Hmm.
You have a
Yeah, that'd be great.
question. Okay, so since we're talking about the knowing and doing gap, we all
Okay.
have things that we want to achieve. Sometimes we know exactly what to do. Like we know the
Hmm.
science to say, for example, let's take fitness because it's an easy one. We know
Right.
the science to achieving a physical body that we want. Either we're driven by just health and wellness, or to build more strength or endurance or
Yeah.
longevity, whatever it is, but we don't do it. Okay, think of a think of something that you want to achieve but you're not doing it,
Hmm.
and share a question with me around that, and we'll use the bling game to see what comes up.
So, um, okay, I want to be more like, so I want to be more consistent to go to the gym. Is that a good question?
Okay, the question
Yeah.
is, how can I be more consistent?
How can I be more consistent to go to the gym?
Okay, cool. All right, so I have a few cards here. There's the growth card, new beginnings, inspiration, and belief. Which
Okay, so I
card?
think inspiration.
Inspiration. So your question is, how can I be more consistent at the gym? Is that what you said?
Yeah. So clearly I need some inspiration.
Okay. Then choose a card.
Mm.
for inspiration.
Okay, I want where you got to slide your fingers so I can tell you when to stop. Go, 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 go. Stop. No, go back. Go back. Slowly. Okay, go. Stop.
This one right here.
Go back. Like flip through to get a couple extra. Look at me like I'm just no for the other way.
Ah,
Oh, I need a pointer. Can
yeah,
you see my
because we're
that one? Yeah, that one.
that one right here.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect.
All right. Ah, it says, what's up to you is how the universe presents to you.
Mm,
What is up to you is how the universe presented to you. Does that mean anything?
no, I
Okay.
don't
Ditch
understand.
that one. Pick another one.
That's a lot, but that's too big. Okay, just pick one in the middle there.
One in the middle. So I'll go here. Leaving something behind makes space for something new.
Oh,
Leaving
okay.
something behind makes space for something new. So how does that relate to your question? You're talking about wanting to be more consistent. How can
So
I
I
be
need to
more
leave.
consistent?
Yeah, yeah. I need to leave behind like my bad attitude about going to the gym and feeling like it's not going to do anything anyway.
Mhm.
Maybe that.
What could you change in your schedule? Could you leave
I
something that, what would you have to give up to make the consistency of going to the gym?
I need to give up sitting around in the morning. Like I have lots of time in the morning to go to the gym physically, but I end up puttering around and doing things. So I should really stop doing that and just get to the gym by 6 o'clock because that's when it opens, and then do my workout and then come back and putt around and do the things that I need to do before I start my work. So what is that? That leaving something behind? Yes.
So
Do you think
maybe
that?
that's your answer. Cut
Mm,
down on your pottering time that you clearly enjoy.
yeah,
I would remember doing it. Maybe steal 45 minutes in there and go
yeah.
to the gym and come back.
I know, and I think it's a little bit of a weather thing for me too. Like I don't want to go outside that cold.
Okay, but we want to make you accountable and serve you properly, Kevin. So pick
Okay.
something that you will do. What
I'm
could you
going to
leave
go to.
behind?
I'm going to start going to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. So
6 o'clock in the morning.
that's when it opens, right?
Okay.
But I'm up, right? So
Okay.
normally, like I was doing it before quite regularly, and then I stopped, and then I find the moment you stop, it's so much easier not to go to the gym than it is to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I also enjoy going to the gym in the morning because it's not as busy, not as
It's
many people
quiet.
around,
Yes. For the place to
right?
yourself.
Um, yeah. So I need to just stop circling around and saying that I'm going to go at 2 o'clock, which I do often,
Sometime.
but not often enough. So
Mhm.
I need to stop doing that and then just sort of reroute my schedule a little bit to make it work for me. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So are you going to enter that into your schedule?
Yes, I'm going to change it today,
How
and I'm
many
going to
times a
start.
week are you going to do that? 6 o'clock in the morning.
I should do it at least 4 times a
You
week.
used to. So what will you commit to this time?
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go every 48 hours. That's how I'm
Right.
going to do
Every
it.
other day.
Yeah, at
Okay.
6 a.m. Except on weekends, I'll go. It's a little bit later, but I'll do the same thing.
Okay. And when will you start?
I'm going. Actually, I am going this afternoon at 2. So then I'll go Saturday at 8,
Mhm.
right? And then Monday at 6.
Monday at 6. Will you send me a message when you've done that?
Yes, mom. I will. I'll send you a picture with a
Yes.
timestamp on it
Okay.
so that you'll know it's true and real that I sent it.
Amazing.
All right. Does
Fun.
that sound
That was
good?
fun. Yeah.
I love that game. Where did you get that game?
It's from Australia. It's called Find Your Bling.
Find your bling. Okay, I just
Yeah.
found my bling in the gym.
So
So
you
that's
just
good.
found your bling. You asked the question about how can I be more consistent in my gym routine, and it's told you
Yeah,
leave
there you
something
go.
behind and make space for something new. And I think
Very
that's it.
good.
So,
Well,
in
that was
terms of coming
fun.
back to the knowing and doing gap, I think that's what it is. If you have the information, you have something you want to achieve,
Yeah.
it comes down to how can I fit it into my schedule? And when
It,
you've scheduled it, it's more chances you'll do it than, oh, if it's the more like, and also, okay, so let's go into it, Kevin. Mel Robbins talks about this a lot. 6
Mhm.
o'clock in the morning, whatever we want to achieve starts the night before. So what will you have to do the night before to make sure that at 6 o'clock in the morning, you get into your sneakers or trainers for us here in the UK and make it happen?
So the night before, like I will put it in my schedule for
Mm.
because I like to write out my schedule for the day. So I will put it in my schedule so that I do that, and then I'm going to just do my coffee and then go to the gym
So
and then
you
come
set the
back.
coffee machine in advance.
I don't set it in advance, no, because it's
Okay.
you have to grind it and it's a whole process. But I'll do that. I do always have a cup of coffee when I get up, so I'll do that, and then I will have my like I usually have a piece of fruit, like a banana or something like that, and then I will go to the gym for my hour, and then come back and go to the office. That's what will happen,
Mm.
and then I just follow my schedule for the day.
If you do start this new routine of working out at 6 o'clock in the morning every other day during the week and then at weekends at 8 o'clock in the morning, what would that
Hmm.
do for you? What
And
that
it'll make
mean?
me feel much better. I know going to the gym always makes me feel better, and I have more energy, and I have a more positive attitude, and I have, I feel better all around,
Mm,
right? So I know that'll happen, and that should be encouraging enough for me to keep going.
mm.
Because
Yeah,
I
go
was just going
finish.
to say it's really important to do, especially at my age,
Mm, of
because you need to have that activity, right? Like I go
course.
hiking on the weekends and stuff, but you have to do more because you want to
Mm,
be able to stay active and be active, right?
mm. So you want to do it because you want to stay active and be active. And what will happen if you don't do it, Kevin?
I'll probably gain weight. I've been working this year on losing some weight, and I've lost about 20 pounds. So I don't really want to put that back on, right?
Mm,
I want to try and stay. If I reach my goal weight, I'm losing. I need to lose 7 more pounds, and then I'll be good. But as long as I'm not going over that, like at this point, I'm happy. So I've been maintaining it for a while.
mm. So then that's good. So do you think you'll do it, Kevin? Will you
Yes,
do
I'm
it?
going to do it for sure.
It's not going to be
Absolutely.
another
Yeah.
conversation on knowing and doing it. You're actually going to do it.
So do I want to like not do it and then listen to the wrath of what you're going to say to me in public? No, I think
Uh,
I'm just going to
I
go and do
think
it.
you should use these guys as a space for accountability. And
Yes,
guys,
I
if you'd
am.
like to see Kevin making some reels of him going to the gym, demonstrating behind the scenes of when you make a promise to a group of people and to
Yeah,
himself
that's
that you
it.
keep it. Kevin, so I'm glad you said you'll do it. We'll all be holding you accountable, and I can't wait to
Great.
see your progress.
I'm glad I will be doing it, and I will show you my progress. So that's good. So thanks for that motivation. I appreciate it.
Cool.
No problem. All right. So that pretty much winds us up for today. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll be back soon with another episode. Like and follow for sure. And then make sure you always comment and give us suggestions. We're always open to it. And we'd love to hear from you. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch our videos and really appreciate you taking the time to spend time with me, Anna. I appreciate it.
As always, thank you so much. And guys, like Kevin says, put in the comments, whatever's
Mhm.
coming up for you. What do you know to be true that you want for yourself? Do you have a burning desire, passion, interest in it, but you're not doing it? And if you're not doing it, why are the reasons you're not doing it? And if there's anything we
Mhm.
can do to support you, please reach out to us directly. Our details are in the links below. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Kevin. This was fun.
I know
Take
it's
care.
always fun. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.